This is Dave Sundstrom. Welcome to another video celebrating entertainment from decades gone by. You know, the good stuff. Did you know that there is an episode during the 5th season of the Brady Bunch that drives Barry Williams absolute nuts to think about, even today? It's true, folks. In fact, I think it's fair to say that he's somewhat bitter about the whole deal, which also has everything to do with the young lady in the background there. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll do my best to explain it all. So the episode that really gets Barry going was simply titled Driver's Seat. It was the 15th episode to be broadcast during the Brady's 5th and final season on ABC, and in this episode, Greg and Marcia make a bet about who is the better driver. Ultimately, the bet ended up getting decided on an obstacle course with numerous pylons. The one at the very end had an egg on top, and if neither Greg or Marcia hit any of the cones, the contest would be decided by who could park closest to the last pylon without knocking that egg off. Now, before I go any further, I've got to give credit where credit is due. I heard this story on one of the most recent episodes of the Real Brady Bros podcast, which is hosted by Christopher Knight and Barry Williams. Every now and again, the fellers just answer questions, and this was one of those episodes. As they talked, Barry declared that Driver's Seat was one of the most cringeworthy, and certainly one of his least favorite. In that episode, Marcia goes first in the competition, and casually goes around all of the cones without hitting any of them, and then she parks the car within 1.5 inches of the egg. Everyone in the family is jubilant, except for Greg, who cannot believe his eyes. When Greg has his turn, he also does a great job maneuvering around the cones, but then, at the very end, he chokes and hits the gas instead of the brake pedal. Watch this, look at his face. Right, we're almost there. Right there. You can see, oh! And the end result is a very unfortunate broken egg. Now, it's important to note that Barry wasn't bothered by the fact that Maureen McCormick's character Marcia won the contest. Instead, what really irks him was how she won. He told the writers at the time when they were making the show that no one would believe Greg was going to somehow confuse the two pedals. It just didn't make sense to him then, and because he's still bringing it up, I think it's fair to say that he's still confused by it now. And way back then, apparently, Mr. Williams believed himself to be a much better driver than his co-star in real life. And when you put it all together, like I said, you've got a pretty darn bitter Barry. In fairness to the extremely likable actor, that episode may still bug him, but based on his conversation with Chris Knight on the podcast, he is also able to laugh about the whole thing, and that, my friends, is what some say is the best medicine. You know, laughter. Speaking of Maureen McCormick, did you know that the actress was on the short list for a role in the classic Steven Spielberg flick Raiders of the Lost Ark? Yep, it's true. I published a video about that a while ago. There it is. Go ahead and click on it. I'm pretty much done here. Thank you so much for watching.